Hey guys, Tom here again from SynthHacker.com. In this video we're going to be covering how I made this Soulful organ synth for Serum. So I hope you like the sound. It is of course another preset from my new pack Select for Serum. If you want to check that out, you can head to synthhacker.com or click the link in the description below. We're going to get started by opening up an initialized patch in Serum. Now, the custom wavetable I made and used for this patch is the SH organ wavetable from my free SynthHacker Essentials bundle. If you want to follow along and use the same wavetables and MIDI I use in my videos, I highly recommend checking that out. Once the wavetable is set, we're going to use a slow ramp up LFO to sweep through the wavetable position. We're also going to add 7 voices of detuned unison. Next, we're going to click Menu in the top right corner and select Copy Osc A to B with Modulation before slightly bringing down Oscillator B's amplitude. This helps to fill out the frequency range for a bigger sound, but feel free to just use Oscillator A if you're going for something a little bit more subtle. To add some texture to the synth, we're going to bring in the noise oscillator, add in a subtle amount of organ noise. To give the sound the shape we're after, we're going to make some slight adjustments to the amplitude envelope, softening the attack, bringing down the sustain a bit with a short release. So one subtle bit of modulation that adds a lot of character to the synth includes the use of a chaos oscillator, which you can find in the global tab. These two independent modulation sources essentially generate random modulation values, which is particularly useful for when you want a parameter to behave unpredictably. The only way to use these modulation sources is in the modulation matrix accessed from the drop-down menu. One of my favorite ways to use the chaos oscillator is to very subtly modulate the global pitch of the synth, helping to add that analog style pitch drift. It's important when using this technique to set a sensible modulation range, changing the modulation type to bipolar, and bringing the mod depth and output amount sliders down to quite low values. Moving back into the main page, we're going to set up a very simple 12 dB low pass filter. How open you want the filter cutoff is completely up to you and might even be something you want to automate during different parts of a track. To add some finishing touches to the sound, we're going to first use one of the newer distortion types added to Serum, the tape saturation. I find that a subtle amount of drive or distortion on organ sounds generally works quite nicely. If you don't see the tape saturation option, you may need to make sure your version of Serum is up to date, but any kind of saturation could work here. Another effect you might want to consider trying out is some chorus. I think we can all agree a bit of chorus just makes everything sound better, but this is obviously something you just want to dial in to personal taste. Finally, I just added a bit of shelf EQ to bring out some of the highs and dampen some of the low-end resonant frequencies. And there we have it, a really versatile, smooth organ sound in Serum. It's definitely not the most complex patch in the world, but hopefully this can give you a good starting point to do your own thing with. Some external effects could go a long way here, like maybe using a dedicated chorus plugin, adding some reverb, trying out some lo-fi plugins. The possibilities are endless. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this is one of the patches in my new Select for Serum preset pack. Again, if you haven't checked that out, you can do so over at synthhacker.com or click the link in the description. Either way, a massive thank you for the support on the channel recently. I've got a ton more videos on the way, so make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with those. And as always guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.